Hello and welcome back to Deutschland. We are on episode 16. In the last episode we lined 3 of our fields and we also mowed a field. We've got the Chrome Big M on, which is here, which I want to try and get onto a couple of contracts just to make use of it. We did mow the alfalfa and we have the baler ready and waiting to go. So yeah, it was a really productive episode last time round. So this is the new field which we have, which we want to also cultivate and get some corn planted this time around. I'm tempted to sell our existing planter just purely because it's tiny, it has a really low capacity, and it's pretty much useless. So might lease then the Sky planter and have that in its place instead. Usual challenge, let's try and get through this arch, which we've actually managed to do. That's a nice change. But then we decided to crash into a tree, which was not planned. So baling first up, we want to get some wrapping done as well. So yeah, going to be a busy start to the episode, and then cultivating and then drilling. We are just failing at getting this down, which we haven't managed to do now. Yes. Let's get some steering assist in, lower, unfold, and get some baling.
Shining, stars were bright.
Boots on the floor and the band tuned tight. Didn't know I'd find my heart tonight.
I walked on in with a guitar case.
Saw your smile light up the place.
Tipped my hat, said howdy ma'am.
One little twirl and I took my chance.
Spin me round on this old barn floor. Two-step rhythm swept off my beat.
Didn't care about nothing but your eyes.
Lost in love neath country skies.
Now every Saturday we find our way
back to that barn where the fiddles play.
From the haystack kiss to the morning sun,
this country dance has just begun.
Boots are dusty but hearts are new.
Every step.
It's just onto the last pass now. Just a couple more, well, 2 lines which we can sweep up in one up. Happy days. That is all collected, and that is a lot of bales. We'll have a quick check of how many we actually produced in the settings. So if we go to statistic menus, we done 39 bales from that one field, which is, yeah, that's quite a few. Just trying to remember how to, there we go, that's how we bring up the windrower. But yeah, this baler is fantastic with the windrow, and makes a very easy job of what could be, what could have been absolutely painful. Tractor was struggling a little bit going up hills, but being able to sweep 2 lines into one, we managed to get through it first time, didn't we? So the second time, where we obviously managed to drive into it, and I think it's stuck. Yay! You saw nothing. We've managed to get unstuck. And next thing which we need to do is pick up a wrapper from the shop. One thing which we actually haven't checked in a very long time is the used machinery sale. We have a cultivator that Vario would be fantastic, but our farm's not quite big enough for anything of that size. Rest of the items, there's a big M450, so we've currently got that on hire, but we're not going to be able to afford that at the moment. There's another Oxbow in there for 334, so again, expensive equipment. So what we want is a wrapper, and let's go for green, and lease that for £3,200. So I think we'll use the John Deere again. We'll go over to the shop and collect, but also what would be good to check out is there any mowing contracts, and still none. There is wrapping contracts, but not really fancying that. Hoeing in field 80, and sowing some onions and a sprayer. So yeah, nothing as yet for the wrapping. We're going to make a quick detour over to the shop and pick up the wrapper. So we arrived back at the field with the bale wrapper. Not sure if we've signed up to the reduced wrapping scheme. It's probably one of the things which we need to check, because if we have, then that's going to cause a problem. So active crop promotion and brand demo, so that's fine. Reduced bale wrapping scheme hasn't been enabled, but we do have natural grazing, and our cows are our goats are currently out to pasture, so that's fine. And we've got a winter cover crop again, which will certainly pick up. It wasn't massive money last time, but it's money, it's income being generated to the farm, which is all good to help us expand. So 39 bales to wrap. This is going to take a little bit of time, but also in terms of bale wrapping, in terms of silage or alfalfa silage, I think it generates, well, it definitely generates more bales, but does it generate more money than normal grass silage? I seem to believe it does, but we'll give that a quick check. So if we go back into prices, so alfalfa grass 189, maximum price 189 for 1,000 litres. For just general grass is 90, so definitely double the price. Alfalfa silage can go up to 225, and just silage 219. Not massive amounts of difference, but potentially down to the fact that you get a lot more bales from us alfalfa silage as opposed to grass silage, might give it a little bit of the edge overall in terms of income generated. So yeah, we're going to get our wrap on, and once completed, we'll look to collect some of these. just on to the last 3 bales of wrapping, so 36 bales wrapped so far, and yeah, just excited for the amount of income that can be generated. I can't remember if it's 2 days or 3 days for these to fully ferment into silage. So these are the ones which we wrap first of all, so currently at 1%. Before we cultivate, obviously we're going to have to collect the bales, and rather than using the telehandler, I'm tempted just to use the auto load on the trailer just to make it a bit quicker, because there are a fair few bales to collect. And then I think we need to lime the field as well. I don't like that texture or that colour with the white on the field. So we can then cultivate the lime into the field, and then look to see what planter we can get. Mentioned, I believe, in the last episode around getting the sky planter. Not used it before, and given the fact that we've gone for the sky lime spreader or spreader, I think it will be a good opportunity to have a full review or assessment of the sky equipment that's been added in. So see if we can get, if this is automatically going to pick up. Nope. So quick drive around the field collecting some bales, and then we can look to drop it into the bale shed. Not a fan. Ploughing is one thing, collecting bales is another thing in terms of enjoyment. So yeah, it's great that these mods do exist. You do have the bale auto stacker on console as well, which massively speeds up time when going through fields. So yeah, it's a shame that console doesn't have the auto stacking on there, so that yes, that trailer is full. Need to find a sensible place to drop this off now. So I'm assuming our yard will be a good place, but me and this arch have a few issues on times, especially with a trailer this long and with oversteer like that. So he closes his eyes. Yes, it has managed to go through. In terms of location, I think we should pop it opposite this shed here. No, not there. Would have been better if we drove in the other way, but there we go. So there's our bales, our first stack of bales. I think this feels like roughly half, so we shouldn't have too much to collect or too many loads to collect. I don't want to chuck them into the the shed storage, because I will forget about them, and I'll forget to sell them, as per the straw for the last 2 years haven't been sold, despite that giving us an opportunity to again get money on the farm. So last couple, well, I think we might have 2 trips. Possibly. Definitely makes life a lot easier without getting the telehandler into the field and collecting. So yeah, we're just going to get these picked up and then collect the lime spreader. So yes, it was 2 more loads of bales and all collected. So we also do need to return the wrapper. Again, that's another thing which we'll forget about. We want to keep the agricultural falcon, but we do want to return the coon. So that's done. We have the roller in place and we have the plough. We won't need the plough again this year because we're not planning to plough the former the former alfalfa field, one thing I do want to check is what is ready to harvest at the moment. So we do have quite a few fields of grass which are ready to harvest across the map, but we haven't had any contracts as yet for mowing. So next step for us is back in the Deutschland. We'll drop down into the farm, get some more lime into this into the falcon, and then we can look to apply lime, which I'm pretty sure is needed, to that alfalfa field, whereas these ones certainly were not required. I think we have a stash of lime just by here, otherwise we do have some more in the shop. Hopefully this will be enough. They are 2,000 litres per pallet, and I have installed the realistic mud mod, hence why you can see the tractor being covered in lime, which I think is a nice touch. So I've currently got it on. We currently have it on the grape series, or the vineyard series. I think it just makes it all feel like we're actually driving through lime rather than just getting covered in mud. So hopefully last couple of bags to put into the spreader, and then we can get over to the field and start the liming. So all stocked up on lime into the field, and straight away you will notice in the bottom left hand corner the lime is making a huge difference. So we're currently applying 6.5 to get to the pH neutral position, which will be the best place for our crops to be put into the field and give us the best yield as well, but give us the best possible yield in place. So definitely worth the investment of liming into fields. If you don't, if we don't lime into the fields, then you certainly notice a massive decrease in the profits you can get if you inherit a field from a farmer, as we've done this time. You can see the poor state that the field is that it's in, and therefore when you harvest your crops, you're not going to get anywhere near as much. So we're going to get this liming done and look to get the cultivator in the field as well, just to finish the prep. Last pass, and as you can see, we're not going to have enough, although I don't feel that it'll be worthwhile, given the amount which we have, to go back to the shop just to possibly get one bag as we run out of lime there. So just a tiny bit, which not ecstatic about, but 98%, well, 99.99% of the field has been limed, so I think we're going to have to accept, rather than look to try and get another bag of lime to the field. So in terms of planters, I'm thinking about what we're looking at in terms of planters. So we do need to still drill, we still need to cultivate, but planters, we have the Sky planter here, 840 litres, it's not a direct planter. 6 meters, that's possibly okay. What do we currently have in terms of planters? I think we have, we have this one at the moment. That's 6 meters as well. That's 595 litres, but we can also get with the Sky one, we can get the Progress TF, which then gives us another 2,400 litres and gives us the opportunity to add in fertilizer by the looks of things. So we will lease this, and we will also lease this. So quite an expensive shop, but first thing we need to do is obstruct the traffic and go get the flexi thing to cultivate the field, and then we can get into planting. I think we'll get a worker doing the cultivating while we drive over to the shop and get the drill. We do have fertilizer over there. I'm not sure if we have seed, unless we've got seed still remaining at the shop. So nothing's in there. And where is Flexi Thing? Flexi Thing's in here. So let's attach. Oh, there's a pillar in the way. I don't think we've used Dave enough in this. Well, certainly not in this episode, so it's a chance for him to dust off his tractor gloves and get into the field and cultivate up the alfalfa. We have failed once again abysmally at driving through. Is this actually stuck on the... No, it's not fully stuck on the lamppost, but it's not allowing us. Yes, we go. Let's crash again. Let's drive through a ditch. And we've managed to get out by some miracle. So I think the John Deere will be the best on the planter, but the Deutschland is going to be doing the cultivating. So start on the ups and downs. Yep. Is this still attached? Nope. So we're going to get the planter and get into the field. So yeah, he's off and running. So get a quick time lapse on as we crash into another lamppost. We're doing well. We're doing well. So quick time lapse, get over to the shop, get the equipment. Hopefully we've got some seeds still left over at the shop, and yeah, we can get this done. So this is the Sky planter and seeder. So Progress TF at the front, giving some extra capacity, and then the planter at the back. So same width as our existing one of 6 meters, but quite nice. Very happy. We do have a little bit of seed, but I think that's going to barely touch the surface, and it hasn't. So let's get another pallet of seeds in. And where has it gone? I think it's down the bottom. One thing I didn't check is horsepower requirements for this. So this could be potentially a massive disaster, or it could work really, really well. So that's the back hopper filled. The front hopper is now filled, so we've got 1,400 litres in. Can we fold the back anymore? No. So not ideal to transport through our very tight area, but we will endeavour to do that without crashing 64 times, and yeah, meet you back in the field. So we've made it to the field, and needed to give the worker a little bit of time. So we're going to lower, turn on, yes we want corn, and we're going to commence our planting. So obviously the worker is doing the ups and downs at the moment. We've had to put on 3 headlands to give us enough space to be able to, well, give the worker enough time to do its turning. But definitely a lot better planting on this as opposed to limed fields. So yeah, happy that we've done it this way around. It's going to take a little bit of time. Tractor didn't seem to struggle going up the hill, which was good. So yeah, we're going to get the corn planted into our field whilst Barry kind of does the ups and downs.
Monday morning's early shift. Woke up like it's time again. Gotta punch the clock, put in the work. Bags under my eyes, yeah, my body hurts. I can't complain. Nah, it ain't no big deal. Ain't no white collars here, 'cause I got blue collar bills. These worn hands keep a roof over our heads. I'm thankful for the ones that give my family a bed. And I'll break my back for my old man.
That's the worker field finished with the field. They've just abandoned their tractor and driven off and gone home, which was nice of them. So at the end of this pass, we'll or this part of the headland, we'll have to move the Deutschland just so we can get to the rest of the field. We have missed a bit up in the top corner whilst we were waiting for the worker to kind of finish off their touch-ups. But yeah, it's quite enjoying using this Sky machinery. It does feel different, I suppose, in the simplest sense of the word. It's obviously a very good design, given the fact that Giants have done it. But is it DLC worthy? Probably not. Probably not. I think, well, again, my opinion, I'd like something fundamental in gameplay instead of equipment. I think, again, the modders do a fantastic job from the equipment side of things and also the gameplay side of things. The field goals as an example, the realistic mud, realistic livestock, the red tape mod and things like that change the gameplay considerably. But yeah, it's a nice addition. I haven't yet tried the the fire truck one yet. I'm not sure I want to, but I haven't seen many people using it on the different YouTubers or streamers I watch, so that might be worth a go, but it's farming, it's not fire truck simulator. Anyway, we're going to finish off the headlands and our intentional miss bit, and yeah, hopefully we'll be done next time lapse.
Some lines, rode the lightning, should've slowed down, took my time. I've had my share of fast exits, tried the right side of them fences. Wouldn't trade what I got for what I'm missing. I've done too many things, been too many places, done too many lines, kissed too many faces. I've loved too many devils to ever change like that.
So that's the end of, well, almost the end of the corn drilling. The plan for the corn is I would like to get some pigs by the end of the year. So I think the feed for the pigs is, the best one would be corn. So yeah, it's hopefully give us enough then to start generating money from the sale of the pigs. So yeah, it's definitely good for what we want to be able to achieve, but that is the corn drilling done. In the next episode, what we're going to be doing is rolling this field, and then we'll move on and see if we've got any weeds, and we'll probably have to fertilise as well in May. So yeah, it's progressed nicely in terms of what we want to do, and we've got a lot done in today's episode. So I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed, please do remember to like and possibly subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.